taken control of game number 2. 54-37 ang nasa ating talaan. Mag-umargin po ang inyong lingkod. Kasama pa rin natin Coach Ronnie Magsanok and the Dean, Quinito Enson. Bago natin himayin yung mga numero, gentlemen, silipin muna natin yung ilan sa mga kapanapanabik na pangyayari mula sa unang 12 minuto ng aksyon. Barangay Nebra off to a hot start. LA Tenorio bailing them out there with a deep three. 49 ang score sa pagkakataon na yon. Pero etong Alaska came roaring back. Rob Dozier coming up with a monster slam after this wild sequence. Espinas will miss. Fernando doon si Dozier to clean it up. Tapos si Dondon Ontiveros nakapag-ambag na rin early on para dito sa mga Alaska was down by 7 early on pero nakalamang ng hanggang 4 na puntos courtesy of their hustle and their putbacks.
LA Tenorio took charge of the first quarter para dito sa kumpanan ng Ginebra, but second chance scoring and frontline scoring enabled Alaska to overtake the Gin Kings at the end of the first 12 minutes.
A big burst from Ginebra in terms of three-point shooting because they had 5 three-pointers in that quarter.
Pagdating naman ng second quarter of action, it was almost all Alaska. Hindi na tumatama yung 3-pointers ng Ginebra pero itong si Calvin Apueva nagparamdam na rin dito sa loob ng MOA Arena. Apueva with a miracle shot of a hook sa pagkakataon na yon. Tapos more of Gabby Espinas in quarter number 2. Pangklase talagang tinutulong neto ni Gabby Espinas.
All defense on the part of Alaska dun sa second quarter. Nakita natin the defense translating into good offense on the other end and still more second chance points para sa kanila.
Tapos may pinapansin mo to, Coach Ronnie, early on hindi nakakapag-ambag sa puntos si JV Casio till late in that second quarter. Sunod-sunod naman ang kanyang napagdikit-dikit doon and he did it from deep. JV doing what he does best.
It triggered 2 3-point baskets and as a result, Alaska was able to build its largest advantage at 17 points.
Well, doon sa second quarter, only 28.6% shooting for Barangay Ginebra. Makita natin 6 block shots in that quarter. For Alaska, 3-point shooting, all of a sudden, wala na for Barangay Ginebra. Sa free throws, mas maraming Alaska. And look at the efficiency in terms of assist to turnover ratio.
So dito, pagdating ng second half of action, bukod to sa 3-point shooting, as we take a look first at our 5 picks, 1 word para sa larong ito. Ikaw, Coach Ronnie, ano na hula mo dyan?
By a vowel lang ako eh. Ayun, may isa.
Ayun, nakinig sa'yo.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yun ang ating 5 picks, 1 word. Punta kayo sa Facebook page ng ating coverage team to try and guess kung ano ang sagot dyan. Bago natin tanungin dito sa dalawa nating katabi ko anong kailangan gawin ng Barangay Ginebra, makibalita muna tayo kay Miss Sel Guevara.
Even if the Alaska players don't want to celebrate yet, Angatas Republic is already looking forward to the second half. And as for the Ginebra players, hindi sila sabay-sabay lumabas from the dugout. Iba sa kanila tahimik, iba sa kanila nakasimangot, at iba pa sa kanila they were nodding their heads as if they were saying no. At simple paalala lang naman ng kanilang coach na si Al Francis Chua, huwag magpadala sa lamang ng Alaska. Magu?
Thank you, Sel. Ito na nga, no? Barangay Ginebra down big to open this second half. Quinito, what do you think etong Barangay should do, especially at the onset of this third quarter?
I'm feeling they need to be able to dictate the tempo, and that means they've got to work double time in defense. Prevent those transition baskets ng Alaska, those easy points, especially coming from the offensive rebounds. So they need to be able to box out those offensive rebounders ng Alaska. On the offensive side, I think it's important that their outside shooters click. Nakita natin kung ano nangyari sa first quarter when they had 5 three-point conversions, but all of a sudden, that 3-point shooting disappeared sa second period. They need to be able to get that back. Yung sinasabi natin kanina sa Dean's List, they need to beat the closeouts of Alaska. They need to be able to speed up the tempo. And then Macklin, he has been a non-factor offensively in this game. You know that he's capable of scoring big time. He's done it before in big games. Now is his opportunity to show what he can do. He only has 3 points so far, not a single field goal converted.
Isa pang dapat magpakita dito, the Dean and Coach Ronnie, itong si Mark Nasparcagiwa being deployed by Coach Al Francis Chua to start this third quarter. Orbistondo nga lang will miss on that 3. Do you see, Coach Ronnie, any let-up dun sa depensa ng Alaska here in the
None
third?
at all. The DNA of Alaska was all over the entire 24 minutes of the first half. At makikita natin how they wore down the offense of the Gin Kings. Kaya itong si Coach Al Francis Chua biting the bullet and putting in itong si The Spark na si Mark Kagiwa.
Pull-up jumper overshot by Kagiwa there, pero Urbistondo gets them another possession. Kagiwa puts it on the floor. Puta pa inabot dito kay Tony De La Cruz.
They had 7 blocks at the end of the first half. Total of 8 right now para sa Alaska Aces. Individual defense. Highly accountable ang Aces, but the last line defenders are also always present to take away those open driving lanes.
Lapang nakakabutas dito sa ating second half. Nanakaw sana si Kagiwa papunta kay Urbistondo, pero naipit din siya ng depensa. Tenorio loses that leather. Abueva on the run looking for Dozier. Abueva right there to get the 2 points.
Another Candy Crush. Mali pala, Calvin Crush. Dalawa tumumba pero Alaska muling pumoste. 19 ang kanilang aban.
Ilan na ba yung knockdown ni Calvin Abueva sa laro? Hindi natin nabibilang.
Macklin underneath. Urbistondo misses pero merong foul.
Ang Coach Al Francis has no recourse but to put Vernon Macklin on the ball. Points of attack nila checked already with LA Tenorio shut down after scoring 7 of the first 11 points para sa Gin Kings. VMAC only 3 touches in the first 24 minutes. Kailangan dumaan yung bola sa kanya to create scoring looks para sa mga outside gunners ng Ginebra.
At sabi nga natin kanina, Ronnie, this guy can score. We've seen it before, but he's gotta have his opportunities.
As we invite everybody to spend the weekend at Microtel by Wyndham Tarlac for only 3,600 pesos net per night. Call 899-7171 or log on to microtelphilippines.com. Microtel by Wyndham, a better place to stay.
As for Barangay Ginebra, it all starts with defense. Magu, Ronnie, how they're able to limit Alaska and then get chances on the other end.
I think it will boil down to effort and energy para dito sa Gin Kings.
Casio has the shot clock winding down. Floss with a bailout. Back irons that one. Tenorio with a running start. Pero wala rin sumabay sa takbuhan. LA going coast to coast.
Look at the sprint down by Robert Dozier, hunting for the offensive rebound and then able to get that defensive rebound on the return play.
Foss goes reverse on the follow.
And then he never gets beaten here in the secondary break ng Alaska. Something that they don't want to happen and something that happened time and time again late in the second quarter.
Well, not only that, again, the second chance opportunity for Alaska. No? They're getting those second chance points and they're getting the offensive rebound.
Amaril stops the bleeding somewhat para dito.
First District ng Tarlac, Congressman Henry Colanco is here to watch this game, but wanted to point out, at the end of the first half, ang Barangay Ginebra, 37 points. You make that times 2, and that's 74 points. And we know that Barangay Ginebra is 0-6 in terms of record when they're scoring 80 points or less in this conference.
And they continue to struggle getting stops here. Another bailout shot para dito sa Alaska pushes the lead back up to 19. Mamaril hit the last jumper, goes to Kagiwa. In and out on the three-pointer. Abueva looking to save it.
3 looks so far para kay Mark Kagiwa, but nothing so far on the board. VMAC continues to hobble down the court. Hindi natin alam kung may iniinda, hindi natin alam kung may sakit, but definitely they need his A game here in the final half.
VMAC has been banged up. Napansin na natin yan even back in game 1. Baguio unleashes one. Dozier keeps it alive.
Again, another opportunity for Alaska. Yung offensive rebounding has been
It's all about
very
possession
key.
count.
Yeah.
The battle for possessions will give you more looks at the basket. Yan ang dahilan kung bakit 19 na ang abante rito ng Alaska.
Multiple possessions and opportunities to score.
Wow.
There it is again. Man down on the floor. There's a man down.
JV Casio lights it up as etong si Urbistondo, yung defender niya, has tumbled to the floor.
After being scoreless in the first quarter, suddenly itong si JV Casio already with a total of 9 points built on 3 line drives.
And ito si Urbistondo clutching on to that right knee. Take another look at what happened there.
Sumabit siya sa tuhod ni Sanitos.
He went tumbling down, pero the good news is ito si Urbistondo is walking to the bench on his own. Actually, he is staying in the game. And he has some choice words for the boss, Sonny Foss. Ayun, nag-uusap pa rin sila doon sa kabilang dulo.
It looks like Obistono is being changed.
Sinaba na siya, pero
Yes.
dinapitan pa muna niya si Toss to give him a piece of his mind.
Bago siya bumalik. Si Labagala is now in the game for Obistono.
First time in the game para dito kay Rob Labagala. Let's see if he can inject that energy that Coach Al Francis is looking for. They go to Macklin underneath, gets the basket, and looking to the line for a bonus play throw.
And that's a touch.
They need to get him his touches underneath. They have to live and die with Vernon Macklin right now. He was able to push this franchise to the playoffs even after a 0-4 start.
Mang Tomas Macho Ganado move yan. Sang boteng Mang Tomas patok sa mga macho ng buhay nyo. Mang Tomas Macho Ganado.
Nakita natin, na-front siya ni Sonny Toss. And the way to do that is the high-low way, giving a lob pass, and he was able to get the touch and the score.
And Kinito and Coach Ronnie para dito kay Bimac, pang-6 na puntos pa lang niya. Yung 3-point play na yon. He looks to stop Toss here. Toss
Field goal
carving
yata
space.
niya yun, Mague.
This is Abueva, clobbered on the face. This ball foul will be whistled on Kagiwa.
Again, another opportunity for Alaska on the offensive rebound. But you notice the hard work that Macklin had to do to stop Sonny Toss. On the other end of the floor, who's the guy that Macklin is going to be able to go up against? Hirap na hirap.
Man down here para sa Alaska. But Calvin Oreva once again showing us his nose for the basketball. Getting 2 hits.
Hit combo rin yun. Paano bilang nun sa Calvin Crush?
Wapak.
Yung isa yung isa pak.
Yes. Yun ang nagpabagsak sa kanya.
Baguio's one-hander doesn't work. Tignan mo naman yung kiskisan sa ilalim na wala na headband ni Mark Kagiwa. Abueva's on the floor and manages... Ano nangyari? Yun, natapak na siya or tumama na yung katawan niya sa baseline.
Tanggal ang headband dito ni Mark Kagiwa. Kaldagan sa ilalim. Non-stop.
Big question is for Barangay Ginebra, who can apply pressure on Dozier's defense? You see kanina, no? Toss is a guy who can really challenge the defense of Macklin. But who's the guy from the Ginebra side, from the offensive side, who can challenge Dozier's defense? Dozier's actually leaving off his man to play help defense.
He's done that in the series of the Sunny Coffee Mixers versus the Aces.
Yes.
With a lot of success.
The pass interferes now on the floor. Nagpintis ka lang. Etong si Helterbrand. Baguio over at the other end. Passes it out. Velasco to Abueva.
Wow.
Abueva held back by Mamaril. Not wanting to give up the layup.
Rozier creating that scoring look para kay Calvin Abueva is a silent operator who is a dominant force on defense and also able to create scoring looks para sa kanyang mga kasama. A simple screen, frees up Calvin Abueva who was fouled and will go once again to the free throw line.
And the beauty of the way Alaska is playing is that they have a lot of floor space.
Oo.
Laki ng space nila that they can operate.
As we invite everybody once again na makisummer saya sa Paddy's Point. Avail of 4 bottles of any strong beers for only 100 pesos during happy hour or 1,000 pesos worth of food and drinks on peak hours and get a chance to win 3 iPad minis. Tara na kabarkada, visit the nearest Paddy's Point. Hear you. Tama ba yun? 64-44. 20 ang kailangan bunuin ng Barangay Ginebra. Mamaril, hindi niya mabawasan. Velasco with a big rebound. Casio looking to settle down the Aces, wanting to reinstate their biggest lead, which once stood at 22. Dozier contra Mamaril. Handoff papunta kay Casio. Foul before the attempt.
Malaking tanong dito, can Ginebra match up individually sa kanilang mga babantayan? Because Alaska has proven that they are able to handle their individual matchups versus Ginebra here in the series.
I think the answer to that question, Coach Ronnie, is which bench players will step up here for Barangay Ginebra. You see, on the other side of the floor, Alaska's bench players have really stepped up and contributed big time.
No doubt about that.
Ng Barangay Ginebra at Alaska. Pero so far, itong Alaska sa ikalawang pagkakataon sa bakbakan na ito nakapagtayo na ng 22 puntos na kalamangan. Mag-margin, Ronnie Magsanov, Kinito Henson with Sel Guevara. And coming off another Ginebra timeout, Rudy Hatfield comes up with an air ball.
Yung sinasabi natin kanina about the bench contributions, so important here, especially when the second unit players of Alaska are providing a lot of firepower.
Ashel to Dozier. Out to Velasco. He launches a three. Short para kay Nick, pero Dozier keeps it alive. That offensive rebounding of Alaska has been hurting Ginebra all night long.
Another extra possession sequence here para sa Aces, courtesy of Robert Dozier.
Baguio lines it up. Just crazy. Oh, he gets his own rebound.
Multiple effort, multiple possessions para dito sa Aces, 22 sa kanilang abante.
Right now, they're quicker to the ball. And I guess fresh legs on the floor because of the good pacing of Coach Luigi Trillo. Reaping dividends. Here's another offensive rebound.
And Hatfield just said,
the foul.
mamimigay na lang siya ng foul dito. Dahil walang makakuha ng rebound para dito sa Ginebra.
Rudy Hatfield caught on with the collar. And I think it's just an act of frustration on his part.
He wanted to go after Dozier matapos mag-react ni Dozier sa foul na pinamigay niya. The veteran Nick Velasco there right there to try and keep everybody in check.
And that would have been an easy 2 points. That would have been a duck for Dozier kung hindi siya hinawakan ni Hatfield.
Another fresh shot clock. 5th try on this offensive para sa Alaska. Baguio finally delivers.
That's got to hurt para dito sa Ginebra. Down by 24, they gave up a series of extra possessions and then they failed to stop that last Alaska play.
Multiple possessions there for Alaska. Right now, second chance points is 12 for Alaska and 0.
Sila Magala babawasan ng 3 yung sangkahon na hahabulin nila. Just
First.
over 5 minutes remaining in the third.
First 3-point basket para dito sa Gin Kings since the first quarter.
Azul, ano isusukle? Helterbrand all over him. Iiwan para kay Velasco. Azul once again has 7 to work with. They swing it around. Baguio all night. Bang!
Wide open shot, not challenged.
Not quick enough to close out and Baguio will make them pay. Akit muli sa 23 ang kalamangan ng Alaska. Everything going well here para sa Alaska Aces.
Yung kanilang ball movement.
Long to lang daw para dito kay Cyrus Baguio. Macklin wanting to attack Velasco. Macklin spins, loses his footing. Hatfield underneath, beaten. Baguio with a leather, rushes up. Barangay Nebra's defense this time around, keeping in step with Alaska. Fancy pass, Baguio to Dozier, not ready for it. Macklin over to Labagala. It's a 4-on-2. They get it to Helterbrand. Nakita ba si Hatfield for the layup? And Alaska is upset with the official. Back inside the MOA Arena kung saan wala ng 4 na minuto natitira sa ating ikatlong yugto. 21 ang abante ng Alaska. Labagala with a steal. Kagiwa pitches it over to Robbie and he gets the layup. Barangay Nebra going on a run.
Well, 2 straight easy baskets for Barangay Nebra. Yan ang kailangan nila. No? They need to be able to get their rotation, their rhythm back with easy baskets. And I think they need to play tough defense here. With 3:28 to go, they can keep this lead down to maybe 14. Then they'll have a shot at it in the 4th period.
Hatfield clears it. Golden opportunity para dito sa Barangay Ginebra. Labagala wanted Kagiwa to clear out. They want to get Macklin going. He's been stuck at 6 points. Helterbrand to Kagiwa. Here's a 3. Rattles out. Hatfield underneath. Tuluwa pa ng ring. Azul saves it. Hatfield steps out of bounds.
Would have been the best run para sa Ginebra since the first quarter. They needed that run because Dozier was seated on the bench. This break-up play will enable Dozier to make his re-entry and this will allow Alaska to cut this brief siege by Ginebra.
As we welcome our Ulalam Mahal na Masa fans of the day. Mula sa masarap, malaman, mura at convenient kasi easy to open. Ulalam ready to eat ulam. Para sa masa, mahal na masa, Ulalam, 15 pesos lang. Toss operating against Hatfield. The looper doesn't work. Dozier gets them another possession though.
I don't know how he does it, but he does it so well.
He's very active. And he reads where the ball is going. So nakaka-position siya for the offensive rebound.
Macklin though playing the passing lanes. Less than 2.5 remaining in the third. Helterbrand looking for Macklin dun sa poste. D-map contra Toss.
Here's that zone defense na sinasabi natin that Alaska likes to use when Macklin has a ball at the post.
Kagiwa against 2. Out to Labagala. Nothing but air on that shot.
This is the most number of minutes that Mark Kagiwa has played in the last 13 games. Game 1, saw him play for 5 minutes. Ngayon, mahaba-haba na itong nilalaro ni The Spark.
30-second timeout requested by Alaska here. 70-51 ang nasa ating talaan. 19 pa rin ang abante ng mga Alas.
And nabanggit mo si Mark Kagiwa is going 0 out of 4 from the floor. But Coach Al Francis Chua using him for the motivation and the inspiration factor, getting his teammates to get fired up.
As we take a look at our Fresco Fresh Face, brought to you by Rain or Shine Fresco, the first and only odorless, antibacterial, and 100% elastomeric paint.
Ginebra with the change-up sa kanilang depensa. Hindi maliwanag sa akin kung 2-3 o 1-2-2, but definitely it's a zone defense that Ginebra has thrown at Alaska in the last few sequences.
Right now, ano yan? 1-3-1, ano?
Nakamarka lang kasi, naka 1-2-2 formation niya, pero nakamarka ka na sa high post para hindi malibre.
2-minute warning ng ating third quarter. Ginebra looking for the stop. Alaska looks to bury them once again. Cascio with a pull-up. Up and under.
That's the reason why that timeout was called, to put sanity in the execution against the junk defense thrown by Ginebra.
Balik sa blackjack ang abante ng mga Alas.
And on the other end of the floor, you see also a virtual zone being played here by Alaska. So it's tit for tat now for both these opposing coaches.
That zone-like formation always appears when Freeman touches that ball in the post.
Yes.
Dozier will float in the middle of the paint, and then parang naka-double team na siya, and that's why the outside gunners have to step up. But since the first quarter, when Ginebra was blazing from the 3, wala na silang makuwang sunod-sunod na puntos from the outside.
Helterbrand on the catch. Trying to pump some life into Barangay Ginebra here.
If they can get this into the lead to at least about 13 heading to the 4th, things will look brighter para dito sa Jim Kings.
Abueva though exploiting the lack
Alam
of
niya.
mobility of Kagiwa dahil nga sa problema niya sa tuhod.
Very clear. That matchup there favors Abueva. Mark Kagiwa really not able to keep in step with the quick stepping Calvin.
JJ though starting to heat up. 5 consecutive galing dito kay Helterbrand. Cuts this deficit to 18.
The big reason why Alaska was able to overtake Ginebra was they were able to contain the 3-point shooters of the Jim Kings in the second quarter.
Toss in trouble. Out to Azul. RJ misses. Rebound battle. JJ Helterbrand secures it. He pushes it up. JJ has Dozier to deal with. They look for the mismatch. JJ looking to slice through. Nice stopping move. Everything but the shot para kay Helterbrand.
And by the way, Barangay Ginebra playing with the Fast and the Furious on the court again. Helterbrand at saka si Kagiwa together. Ano nga yung katap? Together again?
Yan. Uso ngayon nag-premiere
Tama.
Up, steal by Tenorio. Looking for Macklin on the run.
Hindi makatakbo si Vima, kitang-kita.
Yeah, he couldn't run, he couldn't attack,
LA for 3. No go.
and no lift on his jump.
You can see
Macklin.
that he had the home run.
Yeah,
But he had no quickness, he had no final push, he had no second gear.
Pero minsan yan na nakikita natin pagdating ng PBA playoffs, ayaw nilang kinikwento ang mga tama nila. So ngayon maliwanag na maliwanag after that last sequence, hindi lang si Kagiwa may problema sa tuhod, parang pati si Bima.
Walang arangkada eh.
yes.
Hindi makasegunda, lalong walang kinta.
Ayan ngayon, pinagpahinga na muna ni Coach Al Francis Chua. Etong si Vernon Macklin. Azul goes over to the corner. Espinas for 3. Mamaril para sa board. And that'll do it for the first 36 minutes of action. 74 para sa Alaska, 56 para sa Ginebra. 12 minuto pa natitira dito sa loob ng MOA Arena.